E pessoal, sempre olhe trazendo mais um vídeo. Hoje iremos reagir a villains from Mistery. Once again, this has been a highly requested video for me to react to, and thankfully the Brazilian Nerdcore channel with English subs, they translated the video for me, and I'm very happy to react to it. I know that this is a Disney villains cipher, so I'm super excited. I have also the roster. I know who's going to be on there and what characters are playing, just so I know who to give credit to and whatnot. But before we get started, make sure you comment on the community post if you have any questions for me, just because I really want to get a lot of questions, so it makes the video a bit more entertaining. Or you can always leave them your questions in the comment section down below. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm very excited. I realize it's instrumental. Woo!
Uma ilusão é tão bela quando não podemos ver. A inocência nos leva ao que não queremos fazer. Tudo era tão belo aqui, mas veio a se destruir. Nenhuma mentira dura tanto assim. No começo eu não queria acreditar, mas quando a verdade veio a se revelar, o ódio em meu olhar, quando tudo em minha voltar, com meu brilho a se apagar, eu percebi que tudo foi ilusão. Machucou meu.
I like that. This is Man's performing as Maleficent, and I love the instrumental, how it transitions from this very calm and kind of peaceful strings, and then those drums kick, and we hear her starting to sing. Like, that was such a beautiful transition.
Se apagar, eu percebi que tudo foi ilusão. Machucou meu coração, vou lançar uma maldição. Tudo quis é ver, a magia revelei, nas trevas me entreguei. Enquanto tudo desmonta em volta de mim, eu perdi. Logo depois que me fez voar, como você pode me trair? Então não me jogue por cima. Não queria perdoar, quem só sabe jogar, me tratando como mal que amo, então serei malévola. Eu ouvi dizer.
What an amazing way to start the cipher. Honestly, yeah, I love the themes that Mans was kind of talking about how pretty much we always judge people when they're evil, right? But we don't ever think about what made them evil. We don't ever think about the motive. And unfortunately, Maleficent's case, it was just being lied to. She was abandoned, and she just turned evil because that was kind of what led to her. I don't really know her story, but I do like what Mans is talking about, just because I'm pretty sure with kind of all these villains, if we kind of dig deep into maybe their psychology and the way they think, we can maybe understand why they became villains. But you know, it really depends. But one amazing way to start it, now we have Iron Master as Dr. Facilier, which completely makes sense. If you haven't watched my Iron Master reaction to his Dr. Facilier song, you should, because I really like the way he performs. So I'm super excited for what he does with this one.
Eu ouvi dizer que a vítimas aqui mostrou mais do poder se você me seguir. Aqui não é lugar pra criança, tem estranhos na vizinhança. Então que tal me acompanhar pra um lugar bem legal? Sejam muito bem-vindos, eu posso ver ou revirar seu futuro. Fique à vontade, amigos meus, agora vocês estão no meu mundo. Ignore essas vozes daqui, foi o eco, só sentem ali. Tudo é magia assim, não tem porquê e nem como fugir. Tem cantos e mandinga, tem um bom e mal olhado. As cartas vão me revelar. Vocês correm perigo, rapazes, mas mas não se preocupem com isso. Só fechamos acordo e todos os problemas já terão sumido. Então...
And I love how different. I only listened to 2 verses, but I love how different they were. Having Mans kind of performing a more emotional, kind of depressing verse, and then we have Iron Master kind of leaning more into the character aspect of Dr. Facilier. We have this juxtaposition, which is so great because it shows how different these villains are. And honestly, Iron Master does Dr. Facilier right, just because in his voice, I can totally imagine like performing this. Like he's all mischievous and like sly. Like the way he performs is so brilliant. Ooh. Now we have DYA as Ursula. I'm super excited. Judging by her voice right now, I'm expecting greatness. Woo!
Sua voz, consigo enxergar seus desejos. Imploram pra que eu os ajude aqui, mas alguns não tiveram bom final feliz. Por isso, garota, entenda: tudo que você deseja, existem consequências. Pode confiar, já dá mais pra voltar. Esse negócio entre nós está longe de acabar.
DYA was amazing, honestly. I love her voice, and she did kind of a mixture of Iron Master and Mans' verse, where obviously Ursula very mischievous and manipulative, so we have DYA kind of putting this mischievous tone on. I don't know what the proper word is for that, but we can kind of hear that she's trying to persuade Ariel, but then there's so much power to her voice. That's because Ursula is such a powerful villain and character in general. So I love how she was able to manage a very good balance between power and keep that manipulative nature of Ursula.
Está longe de acabar. Quando o mal se espalha, vou poder controlar. Pois quando esse mar eu dominar, todos vão se curvar. Esse reino é meu, só preciso.
I love that verse so much. And now we have Markham as Jafar. Let's go. I'm excited.
Preciso conquistar. Eu tenho que acender, então esfregue a lâmpada. Conceda-me o poder, pro sultão eu me tornar. Como um fiz, eu previ a sua queda. Sua mente vou controlar, acredite no que eu falei. Sejam bem-vindos a um lugar que em breve serei o rei. Artefatos mágicos é fato e fácil. Faço tanto estrago com que manipulei. Vocês são tão fracos, falhos, não possuem o poder. Como que querem comandar? Vejo o medo que um feiticeiro traz. 3 desejos não sanariam meu seio por mais. Serei o mais potente.
And I love how Markham is completely different from the rest of, or at least from the other verses we've already heard. Everyone is completely different, which I absolutely love. And I love how Markham is heavily leaning towards that more aggressive style, because Jafar is kind of like that. He is a super dangerous villain. And I love how Markham is completely just leaning into that, and it's just so different. I love that. We gain to see so many different talents and seeing what people can bring to the table. It's truly amazing. Oh wait, this is the bridge? Oh, I'm excited all up. What a good bridge and chorus, honestly. It's exactly what it is. It's just talking about the characters, and simple as that. I love it. I also love how this is pretty much an 11-minute song, just because I know it's going to be a long video. My reaction video is going to be way longer than that. And I don't care, because having 11 minutes is so important, because it gives each artist so much more time to show off their talent and their skill. And I kind of wish more artists did that. I want longer songs because it allows the artist to just say more and to kind of express their own artistic abilities. So it's brilliant. But anyway, enough about that. We have Inside Beats as Hades. Let's go. Honestly, I would expect Markham to be Hades just because of the Records of Ragnarok songs that he does. But alright, Inside Beats, let's see what you got. Oh, that's instrumental though. The drums.
Alguém que é capaz de pedir o mal. Então devem matá-lo pra que ele não impeça a nova era. Vocês são tão inúteis, como foram perdê-lo? Vou te fazer cair esse tabuleiro. O poder de Deus em minhas mãos se derrama. Não existe um herói sem uma fraqueza humana.
I know I said Markham leaned more into the kind of aggressive style, but I feel like the way Inside Beats is also performing his, even though it's also kind of aggressive with how the drums and kind of what he's saying, I feel like this is still different though, because this is way more sinister than Jafar's verse. Jafar was obviously like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you, and that's it. I will become the strongest being. But Hades is, with the way he's Inside Beats is kind of talking and projecting his voice, it's way more sinister and way more intimidating. So even with all these similar emotions, there's still so much different and nuances, and it's honestly amazing. Ooh, the horns in the background. Alright, now we have Orfali as Evil Queen. Alright, let's see what she can do. Espelho me mostra mais bela daqui. Não pode ser, não vou aceitar. Sobre minhas ordens, Matia. Não é sobre questão de ter uma leve inveja. Então pra garantir, traga o coração dela. Isso não é nada demais. Obedeçam
se não morrerás. Leve ela pra longe daqui, tudo acabaria enfim. Mas ser insolente demais, pois parece que não foi capaz. É que esse rosto lindo incomoda demais, e os seus amiguinhos não te ajudarás. Com um simples veneno mortal, uma mordida pra virar fatal. Os teus olhos fecham no final, pois só assim eu serei a mais bela.
Ouve pelos 4 cantos.
Alright, hold up. Before we let Enigma take stage, can we talk about how Orfali voice could actually be in a Disney song? She has so much power to her voice, and she didn't hit any high notes or anything like crazy, but the power she had, like just talking and trying to command like respect and stuff like that, she has so much power that I honestly think that I could be fooled into believing that she was a performer for Disney. Like, she has so much power, and I love that. So, why is everyone so talented on this cipher? Why? Like, such a good balance of skills and just tone and stuff like that. It's honestly so amazing. Alright, now we're gonna let Enigma take stage as Scar. So, I'm expecting greatness.
Sim, eu serei a mais bela.
Ouve pelos 4 cantos, ecoando, corra para o seu bando. Mal caminhar por aqui e carrega uma cicatriz. Que teve que ser assim? Poço não veio pra mim, mas ainda vou conseguir. Se não for do jeito bom, vai ser do jeito ruim. Se eu não amei, vejam o que eu planejei. O comando eu terei. Se preparem, hoje eu realizarei. Vida longa ao rei. A culpa foi sua, garoto. Você fez seu pai ser morto. Não me arrependo disso, eu faria tudo de novo. Avisei, enfim. Não deveria ter dado as costas pra mim. Veja um reinado de terror, que é regido pelo medo. Então Simba, você voltou só para ser derrotado.
Greatness being delivered from Enigma. And as I said before, with the different nuances, same thing, where Hades and Jafar, they were talking about very general threats. I guess Hades is more specific, talking about Hercules, talking about how he has weaknesses. But I love how Enigma purposely focuses on the relationship between Scar and Simba. The warnings about, yeah, it's your fault that your father died. You shouldn't have run away, stuff like that. And I love how specific those were, because it just makes Enigma's tone and his intensity way more effective. So I love all these subtle differences between everyone's verses. It's amazing. And finally, we have Mystery wrapping up as the Red Queen. Let's get into it.
Para ser derrotado.
Girai, foi o que restou com essa dor maldita. Tudo por sua causa, quero que me diga que teve que ser assim. Então vamos resolver tudo isso agora. Reúna todas as tropas, esse é o fim da nossa história. E desse dia de glória, eu não sou tão mar assim, mas não dá pra provar. E não posso aceitar que me julguem, por isso ordeno que cortem as...
What a way to relate it back to the first verse. That is actually brilliant. I love how we start with Maleficent and Mans talking about being misunderstood, judging others and stuff like that. And Mystery perfectly kind of brings it back, talking about, yeah, you, I'm not evil, but I can't prove it, so that's what I gotta do. It's what a way to tie it all back together.
Joguei, por isso ordeno que cortem as cabeças. Querem entender essa fome de poder. E ainda querem que me convença. Devolva a coroa. Não quero desculpas, isso tudo é sua culpa. Os segredos dos reinos, talvez de implore pra mim. Ninguém entende a minha fome de poder. Vagando entre a escuridão, o mal anda junto à solidão. Não demonstramos compaixão. Villains, oh, oh, villains, oh,
What an amazing cipher with so many talented people. Wow. Disney's villains are some of the greatest characters, honestly, and some of the most memorable. And I truly love this. I'm a huge just fan of music, and I just love listening to new artists. And there are a plethora of artists that I've never even heard of on this cipher, and they were amazing. Um, Honestly, it's kind of hard for me to pick a favorite, but the ones that stood out to me the most were Maleficent's verse and Ursula's and Evil Queen. Like all three of those ladies, they just had so much power in different ways, and I just love the way they performed it. And obviously, everyone did amazing, but just those three in particular were absolutely amazing. And the fact that I've never even heard of those artists too, like they're completely new to me, it's just amazing to see just how many talented people are there, and it's incredible. But let me know who your favorite Disney villain is and who your favorite verse was. And thank you guys so much for watching. Until then, hope the cop horse is steered. Simply ordinary. Howdy.